I'm Sarina Pease. I'm actually Lecomte. And recently, throughout the football and soccer team season this year, we have had numerous ACL tears with the girls' soccer team. Now, many people are concerned that because of our field conditions and how uneven it is, that many of these injuries are because of the field conditions. We have decided to look into this more. We have talked to players, our athletic director, and the school board about the conditions and regulations and whether or not they believe that the conditions are, or the injuries are because of the conditions of the field.
Hello, I'm here with Ashley Lecomte. She plays on the varsity soccer team. Here to ask her a few questions. We're gonna start with, what are the conditions of the field?
The field is very bumpy. With the length, it goes up, and then the width, it goes also up. And there's lots of divots in the field. That's really.
In your opinion, do you think the field is one of the reasons why a couple girls tore their ACLs?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
I don't know how to elaborate that. Yes, I think that's part of the reason why.
Hello, this is Makella Houdagba, and I'd like to read off a couple of things that we sent to the school board about the conditions of the soccer field. So we asked 4 questions. We asked, are there any regulations for safety regarding field conditions? What is the reason the soccer football field cannot be redone? How much money would the field cost to be redone? What actions need to be taken to get the field redone? So we have sent those 4 questions via email, and we got a response. The school does not have any published policy regarding the soccer field. However, the NFHS organization, National Federation of State High School Associations, has information about a soccer field size, marking, etc. And they gave us a link to do some research on. In addition, the NHIAA, New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletes Association, has a policy regarding policy and procedures for girls and boys soccer. And they commented on the replacement of the soccer field. They said, as for the replacement of the soccer field, turf is the nice. I think they're trying to say it's the nice thing to have to be replaced. However, this would cost over $1 million to replace the field with turf, which would have to be approved by the town via a warrant article in March. At this point, the school board does not feel that this is a viable option for a few reasons. A, the town has narrowly missed getting the renovations passed by the town in 2 different elections, missing a 60% majority vote by 2% one year and 3%, 4%, etc. the following year. B, there are other times that should be done to all the town schools before a turf field is considered, which is why it is marked as nice to have. So I guess they're trying to say that it's a luxury. However, as for an upgrade or replacement, this came up in front of the board in June of 2019, and on June 17, 2019, the school board voted to use the end of the year fund balance for this with an approximate cost of $200,000, and it passed with a board vote of 4 in favor and 1 not in favor. Karen Bonney has stated that they expect the regrading and replacement to start in the spring. We're unsure of when the upgrading will start, but it's on the agenda. They sent us a link of the agenda for that meeting where the field was passed. And this was commented by Gretchen Whiting from the school board.
I'm Ashley Lecomte, and I'm here with Miss Bonnie. She's the athletic director. I just have a few questions about the field conditions.
Sure.
Have you ever been concerned with the field conditions?
Absolutely. As you know, we have multiple teams that use the same fields, so there's no time where the field is actually resting. So in the fall, we have our soccer teams practicing on the outfield of our baseball fields and softball fields. In the spring, the baseball teams are on there. The game field up here is used by multiple teams as well. So as a result of, in my opinion, overuse, the field conditions have deteriorated dramatically over the years. Fortunately, in the spring of this year, they're going to rebuild the game field and do it properly with proper leveling, irrigation, and natural grass.
Have you ever said anything about the field conditions to Mr. Beals or the school board?
Yes, so as you can see from what I just said to you, they are completely aware of the conditions of the field. So what happened was at the end of last year, there was a surplus of money left over from the budget. The school board made the decision to spend money on new tennis courts, which are being built, the new field, which will be natural grass, and they're also going to do a renovation in the gymnasium that will have new bleachers, new backboards, and a new floor.
Do you think it's an ethical issue to not have the field in proper conditions?
Yeah, I think it is. I think a perfect example of that was our track. So a few years ago, our track condition got so bad that we shut it down and we were not able to compete on it because it was in such deplorable shape. Luckily for us, the town voted and supported our brand new track. So people understand that something needs to be done. It just takes time for that to happen and money. And I'm glad that the board made the decision to do those kinds of repairs and renovations because it was long overdue.
One more. Do you think the amount of injuries is only a little or a lot, like within each season?
Do I think that the injuries are relative to the conditions of the field?
Yes. And do you think that it's a lot of injuries?
I would say that it might have a little bit to do with it. I think it has more to do with perhaps the condition of an athlete, and sometimes it's just you're predisposed as women, the way we are built, that we are more inclined to have an ACL injury than the boys because our hips are wider than so. But I don't know what the answer is as far as all the injuries, the ACL injuries that we have. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, could we as a department do a better job of conditioning our athletes so that they build strength in those areas that would help prevent those kinds of injuries from happening? And sometimes it just happens and we don't really know why.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So as you can see from the multiple interviews with the school board, the players, and the athletic director, many people are concerned with the conditions of the field. So we're glad that in the spring coming up, they're going to completely destroy the field and get a new leveling in and fresh natural grass. Thank you for watching.